What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike, and today I got a quick video for you. The folks over at Native Instruments dropped a quick update to the Complete Control software and hardware version 2.0, which I think is pretty cool. They added some pretty cool new features in it. So I'm going to show those to you really quickly here. So the first thing that you will notice that both on the Native Instruments Complete Control hardware and within the software, it is a cleaner, in my opinion, cleaner interface. I mean, it just looks neater. It looks cleaner. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. I don't know. It's just something about it just looks a little bit, the graphic interface looks a little bit neater to me, like they tidied and cleaned some things up. The images kind of pop a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. That's just my thought. But the actual software, when you look in the software, it looks a little bit more machine-like. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of got that machine type feel to it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more in the continuity of it. But on the hardware itself, they changed a few things. Like here on the left side of the screen, you can now break it down via vendor. So I can go to like my waves. So for those of you who have like large .nks libraries from different vendors, you can now sort and filter that down via vendor. I don't have a whole lot, so nothing really to show there for me. But you can go through all of your Native Instruments libraries. But one thing I love that they added is if you have a product that has banks now, and I don't know if you could do this before, but now, you know, I can see it on this screen. I don't remember seeing this like this to where I could break it down via bank over here on the left side. So I think that's pretty cool now that I can sort my banks right from the actual hardware. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty good addendum, so to speak. Now, one of the things that they added that I think is really dope, if you go here inside of the actual Complete Control software, is the ability to add third-party effects within, or your own effects, any effects that you have on your computer actually within the browser. So for instance, I could load up, let's just jump over here and I'll just load up in my users keyscape. I'll just throw that in here real quick just as something or whatever. And then I can go over here once I've loaded up a sound, and I can actually load load up an effect to go along with that. So maybe I want to load up my enhanced EQ, and you'll see immediately on the actual keyboard it adjusts as well, and it goes into from instruments to effects. And I can even search through my different effects that I have, all of my my Native Instruments effects, and I'm pretty sure this is a new product. They're adding the Native Control effects, NKS effects, you know. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna start seeing a lot of the third party companies add their effects to the .nks format for you to be able to choose over here. So now I can also go over here and load up my presets for different sounds or keys or whatever, and I can load those up or whatever and use those to craft my sound further within the software. And I think that's pretty cool to be able to add an EQ in for your piano and not have to do it like within the DAW or whatever the case may be. You can have all of your sound kind of crafted right there inside of the Complete Control plugin, which is pretty cool. Now, I really kind of got excited about this when I saw the fact that this little plus came up here and you had these different slots because you can add in multiple things. I thought, oh man, they're going to allow me to start layering my sounds. And I was like, oh no, you can just add in, it's just for effects. So you can layer multiple effects, which is cool. So I can add an EQ. I can go over here and find a reverb or a compressor or whatever other effect that I want to add in, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be able to do that. But I really wish that I would be able to layer, and I'm hoping that's where Native Instruments is kind of going with this, the ability to kind of layer your sounds within here, because that would be really cool to be able to pull up, another piano or strings or whatever and set 8 or 9 layers and add some effects in there as well. I think that would make this the complete package. I could not only just use this in the studio, but I can also use this in a performance situation with just opening up my computer, got Complete Control open. It's my DAW host. I can pull up Keyscape, Omnisphere. I can pull up all my sounds. I can load in all of my effects. I think that would be really cool if they would add that kind of functionality in. Another thing that's changed is even, like I said, inside of the software, you can see here, like if I go into plugin mode, you can see that it is now giving a view that's a little bit more of an overview of what I've got loaded up, like my Keyscape and my enhanced EQ. And I can add in another sound or another effect or what have you, another sound. So that's pretty cool. Some of the different things they added. One other thing that's pretty cool that they added in is like in the mixer mode, like in Logic or Cubase or Ableton, you know, where you're using it as a control surface. If I go in here and mute, it actually gives me a little small indicator that this channel is muted. Or same thing goes for solo. You know, you can see now the little S there and what's muted. That's a little welcome, little small change just on the interface itself, where I can actually see that, hey, I've got this channel muted or this channel soloed. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to have that in there. So that's pretty much it. That's all they pretty much added in this update. Just some little small things and fixing some little things. You can read the full kind of, you know, release thing on their website or what have you, with all they did. But that's pretty much it. So what you guys can do is do what we always do at the end of these videos. Hit those buttons, the subscribe button, the like button, the share button, turn on notifications, leave a comment below, all those good things like that. We'll look to see you guys on the next video. I'm out. Holla at your boy.